Here is how I turn my inbox into a sourcing system that gives me product ideas even on busy days. Most people sit down to source with no starting point at all. You open the laptop after a shift or after the kids are asleep and your mind goes blank. This system fixes that by sending you leads automatically. If you're new here or we've not met, my name is Russ. I've built a six-figure Amazon FBA business starting with just a £200 investment. This channel is where I'm showing the systems, the mistakes, and the weekly actions that make this business work in real life. If you want to learn how to build your own Amazon FBA business without burning out, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments and I will get back to you. Alright, let me show you exactly how to set this up and how I use it every day. So this method is known as newsletter sourcing. Essentially what we're going to do is use email subscription services to have leads delivered to our inbox every single day. It sounds straightforward, it is straightforward, but we want to have it as a systemized approach to doing that. So the first thing we're going to want to do is set ourselves up with a separate email account, and this email account is purely for subscribing to newsletters and using it as a resource for sourcing. It keeps all those emails you want in one place, and it stops them from getting buried under normal life and confusing the hell out of your main email account for your business. And it allows you to put in some folders and some filters if you wanted to organize the emails into some sort of sequence or way that you wanted them. Now you've got that email inbox set up, you want to go and spend some time subscribing to as many newsletter emails as you possibly can find. Most web pages, when you open them up, after a certain period of time there's going to be a pop-up offering you to sign up to their newsletter, or if you scroll down to the bottom, quite often there's a link you can click. But yeah, you want to dedicate some time to go in on and just subscribing to as much as you can. And then anytime you're doing some sourcing or you're scrolling the internet and a pop-up comes up for a newsletter, subscribe to it with your dedicated email address and just get as many leads as possible going into that inbox as you can. And the goal with this, you're not looking to immediately get winners delivered to you. The goal is to generate consistent starting points, so you've always got somewhere to go to when you want to do some sourcing. And the more newsletters you subscribe to, the greater chance of finding a winner when you do sit down. So now let me show you what I do once those emails come in. So this is one of my inboxes. As you can see, it is all promotional stuff. Gmail does automatically filter emails, so just along the top here you're going to have your primary. So I've got my main emails there, promotion stuff and updates. They all contain potential leads, so make sure you're going across all options there. But essentially you're just going to open up this email inbox and start working your way down, checking out what offers have been delivered to you that day. I'm filming this the week before Black Friday, so we're going to be starting getting a lot of emails about that coming in. But you're just going to go down and start scrolling through some products. Do I think this is something that I want to look at? Don't really do a lot of grocery, so I'm going to skip over that one for now. Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, these are currently 2 for 1. That would potentially be something worth looking at. However, Charlotte Tilbury is not currently accepting applications to sell the brand. We've got M&M, Black Friday 80% less, under £10, under £20. Yeah, this definitely looks like something we want to start looking at. We're going to click through to that link. It takes you straight to the Black Friday page. Obviously in the email it might be a specific voucher code that they're providing, and then we just start going down and we essentially start, once I get these notifications out of the way, we can start sourcing. So yeah, we follow it through and then we can just start having a look around at what products are included in this Black Friday deal, start sourcing using our SellerAmp or our BuyBot Pro. Using SellerAmp now, you can see these boxer shorts, it's not a direct match, however there's a few different options and this price looks potentially good, so I'm going to spend a bit of time. Here we go, that we got the red, great, not quite, but yeah, I can spend a bit of time and just see if I can find this particular pack of duck and cover boxer shorts, see if it sells on Amazon, because that price looks like that would give a bit of profit. Again, just scrolling down, obviously you would click on as many as you wanted to, sourcing what you want. That there looks like a pretty good match. $7.99, selling $13.99. $13.99. Yep, so that's not good. But you can see that email has led me down that path. Come back to the inbox. And just work down all those different emails, and it just gives you a starting point each time. And that is essentially it for in terms of newsletter sourcing. The approach is about just speeding up your starting point. Because you sit down and you don't know where you want to go, where you want to start, you can waste a lot of time, a lot of energy. Whereas this is just delivering you day after day after day somewhere to start. Websites that you may have forgotten about, offers that are coming in, specific voucher codes, anything like that is just speeds up that process of you getting into the sourcing and getting you potential leads. And then that newsletter sourcing can just become one of your go-to sourcing methods. So I have a list of sourcing techniques that I use, and I allot a certain time in the week that I'm going to do this particular type of sourcing. So newsletter sourcing, maybe Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. I'm going to do an hour newsletter sourcing, and I'll just come in and I'll just work my way through all the different emails, and just using them as jumping off points of where I want to go with my sourcing. And like I said, it's not about the exact product at the exact price that you're going to have delivered to your email, but it just gives you that starting point. It's the opening up of an avenue that you want to go and explore. And for the 5 minutes it takes to set up a dedicated Gmail account, that just adds a level of simplicity and clarity that means this is a viable, systemized approach to sourcing. So instead of starting from zero every time your inbox is now giving you ideas essentially on autopilot, your job is simply to filter and evaluate. It's a small system, it's a simple system, it's very beginner friendly, but it adds a consistency to your sourcing and somewhere to go even on the busiest of days. So if you found this useful, please do subscribe, turn on notifications, know every time that I'm uploading a video. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I will read every single one and I'll reply to as many as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers!